Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world right now. People often reach out to me wondering, how do I know if I'm ready for an intensive? And that's such an important question because intensives are powerful and they are intense. So timing matters. Today, I want to share what it really means to be ready, how you'll recognize the signs you've done enough groundwork in weekly therapy, and what I look for when someone contacts me for a 3 to 5 day intensive. So, what ready means? Readiness isn't about being perfectly healed or having it all together. It's about having enough stability and enough support to lean into deeper work. This usually means you have ways to calm and ground yourself when emotions feel strong. If you don't, or you're not sure, in our preparation sessions, I'll practice with you to check that out with you. And we might work in building those a little bit together. You've also built some capacity to notice what's happening inside of you. And you have support outside of an intensive, whether it's trusted friends, a partner, therapists, people who can help you integrate after your intensive, because integration will continue. It also means that you can take time away from your daily demands, giving yourself space to focus fully on your healing for a few days. Most people come to see me for 3 to 4 to 5 days. Signs you've had enough groundwork. So many people I work with have already done weekly therapy for months, sometimes years. A lot of them are therapists themselves. They understand their story, they have some insight, but something deeper feels stuck. Maybe you can talk about your story, you can talk about your trauma, but you still feel that frozen or activation in your body. You're still noticing patterns continuing. Maybe you've met some of your parts, but they're still holding pain or they're still protecting you in ways that doesn't shift in shorter sessions. This is usually the point where an intensive can help. You've done the groundwork and you're ready to go further. So I want to touch down on jumping into an intensive too soon, before you have those safety skills, before you've built enough stability. The work can feel overwhelming. You might spend the whole intensive on resourcing, and I've had people who've chosen to do that. They come to me for the resourcing, and then they understand and recognize they'll need to come back for follow-up intensives to work towards processing trauma, or they transition into a weekly or twice a week EMDR therapist following their intensive to build on the work we've already done. On the other hand, if you wait too long, staying in weekly therapy, even though you feel stuck, it can add to your frustration. You can start to wonder if healing's really possible and start to feel burnout on therapy overall. And I've seen people, at that stage, and healing can still happen, but it may take longer. The sweet spot is when you feel stable enough to tolerate discomfort, but hungry enough for change. You're ready to dedicate yourself to a few days of healing. So what I look for when someone contacts me about an intensive is we'll start with a consultation. It's free, 30 minutes by video. And I ask questions like, why an intensive? Why now? Really, what I'm asking is, what have you done in therapy? And why are you wanting an intensive in this very moment in your life? How do you ground yourself when you're overwhelmed? Again, if you're not sure, we'll touch down on that more. Who are your supports outside of the intensive? Who's going to be there for you before, during, and after for integration? What are your hopes of what you'll have more of on the other side of your intensive? I ask all of these questions because I want to make sure that an intensive is the right fit for you. I want you to also have clarity coming into the experience. And the goal is never to rush, but I want us to be able to know, where are we pointing the compass? How do we make sure that the timing is right and that we do this in the way for the best possible outcome. So if you've built a foundation in weekly therapy and you sense there's still more wanting to be healed, and you're ready to dedicate 3 to 5 days for an IFS-informed EMDR intensive, I'm here. And I'd love to connect and help you explore whether this is the kind of work that's right for you. So you can click the link in my bio and schedule a free consultation, or you can check out our website where there's a lot of FAQs that are already answered. I look forward to connecting with you.